Tomorrow is the official start of tax season, about 2 weeks later than usual. And KCAU-9 News reporter Mallory Smith is telling us what you need to know before you file for this unusual tax year in our top story at 6.
For a number of reasons, this year, filing taxes will be different than in years past. We spoke with a professional about what to keep in mind when filing. The deadline may be 2 months away, but the time to file your taxes is now, especially since the IRS got things off to a late start. For the self-employed, you have the ability to defer certain taxes, and for those who lost their job during the pandemic, there's another set of issues to be aware of. One of them making sure you have the right statement.
The state of Iowa sent out unemployment statements and realized they messed them up a little bit, and so they had to send out new ones, and at the top of the new ones it says duplicate.
Ryan Oder with Center of Siouxland says double check to make sure you use the correct form when filing. Stacy Johnson filed for unemployment in 2020, and since she received a stimulus check, that had some effect on her taxes.
It affected it a little bit, but the one thing I noticed this year when doing my taxes is that the stimulus checks did get put in, and if you have a kid, then that was put in as well, and if you didn't receive any of it, then you would be receiving it right now. So for one of my boyfriend's kids, he's receiving it all now rather than throughout the year.
So the big thing with stimulus checks is if you didn't get them. If you didn't get them or get the full amount, you would receive a tax credit that would go towards taxes. Even if you got that second stimulus check in January of 2021, it actually goes on your 2020 taxes.
For any retirees who may have dipped into their retirement funds, they could face tax penalties if they used it for anything other than COVID-related expenses. If you are a permanent resident of Nebraska but worked in Iowa in 2020, you'll need to file an Iowa non-resident state income tax return this year for your Iowa source of income. You'll also need to file a Nebraska resident state tax return. For those who worked from home in South Dakota last year where there is no state income tax, the way you file will be affected as well.